Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. Today I am going to be making these adorable character mugs, repurposing some Halloween dies. First up is the very cute mug from Trinity Stamps, and then the Scream and Sugar add-on to make spooky Halloween monsters on your mugs. But I think like a cute little Valentine monster is really fun too. So we're going to make this mug right here. I'm showing you the cutout pieces there. That drizzle at the top is from the Halloween set. The eyes and the mouth are from the Halloween set. And then I use this other piece that can be like a half of an eye to make a tongue. And then I like to do a little inking on the edges to really give a little shadow, a little dimension to my die cut pieces. So I'm doing that with a very small blending brush that fits on your finger. And then I'm using picked raspberry on top of this polka dot pattern paper from my stash. And that's going to bring it to life. So this is the first monster that I made and I thought it was really cute. And so I thought I was going to use this in today's project and make a second monster to go with it. So you'll kind of watch and see what evolves here. So this drizzle though, I love it. Kind of looks like slime, but also if you have the Beary cute mug, which by the way, you can make a bear face on it. There's been lots of videos on the YouTube channel, the Trinity YouTube channel lately featuring this die set. And so you can turn this into a bear. There's an add-on that you can turn it into a cat and a dog. There's also an add-on for Christmas where you can make it a penguin or a reindeer. And then you can make a melting snowman out of the whipped cream. So tons of fun you can have with this mug. And you could use this drizzle as like other things, you know, like chocolate or caramel or something, but also it's fun for Halloween, like slime. Okay, so I'm attaching the tongue to this large mouth right here and then just trimming it so it's rounded at the bottom like the mouth is, and then it looks like a little tongue in there. I thought that was really fun, a little fun addition. All right, so then I'm doing these eyes. They have two different sizes, a large and a small, and a large and a small pupil, and it just gives this like funny little face, right? So that's really cute. But as I was making it, I kept thinking about like what other monster I was going to make. How is my next one going to be different? And I wanted to go with like a turquoise color. And when I was picking out my card color or my cardstock color, I was like, I should make one that loves cookies. I'm sure you know which monster I'm talking about. A big blue furry monster that loves cookies. Well, that monster happens to be my favorite and was my favorite growing up. So I was like, let me see if I can just make a mug here inspired by Cookie Monster. So that's what I did. I used two of the bigger eyes. I used that kind of scraggly hairpiece, and then the mouth just seemed a little bit too small. So I decided I would trace around it, and then I'm just going to fussy cut around this to make it a little bit bigger. And it works fine, except for that scissor cutting something can sometimes leave little jagged edges, especially if I'm cutting it. So what I did is I pulled out this like sanding thing that I have that you're supposed to sand down a blending stump that you would use for colored pencils, and it worked so good. I'm sure you could use like an emery board here too, but to soften out those little, you know, barely, they're like choppy edges. That's what they are. They're choppy edges. And I was so happy with it. It really looks like that's how it's die cut. So I traced across the top of the mouth so I would know like how long it is. And I wanted to make like a little furry mouth part because when Cookie Monster opens his mouth, you see that hair hanging down. So that was like a key element I thought that I could add to really bring this to life and give it more of the feel of the character I'm going for. And I am loving how this turned out. So when I was little, let's say I was maybe I think turning 5 or turning 6, somewhere in there, my mom had my stepdad make me a birthday cake that was Cookie Monster themed because it was my favorite. And he was like, well, she's a girl, I'll make it pink, a pink Cookie Monster. Now, I thought it was cute. I had no issue with it. I don't remember having an issue with it. I don't know, Mom, if you're watching, leave us a comment and let me know, did I have an issue with the pink Cookie Monster cake? But it's a happy memory. It's funny to laugh about now. But it was one of those like pans you could buy at the store that's like, you know, shaped and textured on the bottom, and then you flip it over and you turn it into the little character. So yeah, it was really cool. I bet I have a picture. I wonder if I could find a picture of it. I don't know. Yeah, so here I am just gluing all the pieces together to create this mug. I love that it has that top layer that you can do with pattern paper like I did on the previous mug, or you can just do like a shade of the same color you're using, and it just gives it a little bit of dimension. So here's the eyes. Like I said, I did 2 of the largest eyes and 2 of the largest pupils, and I'm offsetting the pupils, which makes it fun because, you know, like Cookie Monster's pupils, they're like independent of the eyeballs. They like shake around. It's so cool. I did have a stuffed Cookie Monster stuffed animal I loved. And yeah, I still love him. I mean, maybe it's because I love cookies and now I want to go make some chocolate chip cookies. But I'm adding some white gel pen highlights here on, and that just really, like, you know, brings things to life. So if you don't do like the shading and the white gel pen, no big deal, right? It's still gonna look cute, but love is in the details. And so adding those highlights, adding these shadows really makes a difference. So I bet you can guess what I'm making here. It's pink Cookie Monster. I'm doing it exactly the same, but in pink. So I did the mouth again, I traced it, I cut it out, I sanded it, I did its own little pink, I'm gonna call it a mustache, even though it's just like the fur around the mouth, and all the things. And I've got my dark pink, my light pink, and it's just really cute. So I thought some lovable, huggable monsters would be really cute on these mugs for Valentine's Day. I thought it was fun to like have a nod to my childhood with pink Cookie Monster and blue Cookie Monster. And then also I wanted to do a custom sentiment for these mugs because, you know, you don't think of monster mugs straight away when you're thinking Valentine's, right? So I'm going to do a custom sentiment on this, and I'll show you that in a minute. But here they are close up. They're pretty cute. I like them. I will add white gel pen highlights to the pink one. But I'm bringing in this Quilted Cover Slimline die. Now, are you like me and have like a bunch of Slimline dies in your collection? Yeah, so I am using it here on a 5x7 panel. So it's just going to cut the top of it, and that's going to be like the background, right? And then the bottom of it, cut it away, but I'm going to use that for like the tabletop that they're sitting on, or the counter. But what is cool about this quilted die and why I'm hanging on to it is it has these 3 stencils that go with it, that you stencil the part that is the opening between the quilts. It's so cute. I love it. And you can use this on lots of different sizes. So don't forget about your slimline dies for other size cards, even if you're like not currently making a ton of slimlines like we all were a couple years ago. So here is that background. I used the same picked raspberry for the hearts there, and when I was going through my stencils, I came across this stencil which goes with this mug set. So you can stencil all your things and bring them to life with, you know, some of that highlighting and that shadowing that I love. So don't forget about that. I need to store that stencil with the die set. It was with my stencils instead, so I'd kind of forgotten about it. All right, so let's go back to the background and add a little bit of shadowing around the edge. So I just dusted on some color there, and then I'm going to use that same piece that cut away at the bottom, and I'm going to add a little Lost Shadow Distress ink to that with my Blending Buddy brush from Trinity Stamps. Are you guys familiar with these brushes yet? They are amazing. I love using them. It's my go-to blending brush. They are nice and big. The bristles are rounded and they're very condensed, really tight together, and it just makes adding ink to your paper like so fast and smooth. I love them. All right, so that's going to be my card. Here's the custom sentiment. All I did was type it and printed out in different sizes, like a 12, a 14, and a 16, I think. And then I'm bringing in my Emergency Card Essentials die set number 1 because there's 3 different size rectangles here that are great sentiment strips. So I picked the sentiment that fit best, the die that fit best on my card, and I die cut that out, and then it like looks like a professional sentiment, like a stamped sentiment. But I made it myself, and it says, "I'm a monster without coffee, and you." I thought it fit this card perfectly. The only other thing this card probably needs, I mean, let me know in the comments below, is cookies. I have some cookie clay embellishments. I don't know why I didn't stick them on there. Well, leave me a comment, let me know. Do you think I should add some of my clay cookie embellishments? They're small, like, you know, if we're going like size-wise compared to these mugs, they're really small, but it could be cute, right? All right, so I have a piece of vellum here that I backed with some of Trinity Stamp's Rip and Stick sheets to make these vellum hearts from the Row of Hearts die into stickers, so I don't have to worry about adhesive on the back of these. And this is like a little puff of steam coming out from these mugs, and it's just really cute, right? To add those on there is a little something something. So I just really felt like this card was complete. I didn't want to add any embellishments, but I don't know, should I add the cookies? Let me know. I need your opinion. I might need to still add these, right? Okay, so that is my fun, like, think outside the box, or repurpose my Halloween dice for something different and be inspired by my childhood card. I thank you so much for stopping by the Trinity Stamps channel. We have tons of new videos all the time, and you can find us on Instagram and Facebook too. And I will see you there, and I'll see you with a new video very soon. Happy stamping! Bye!